morning, it's day 3. Waking up at the Wayside Rest. 30-second review. I guess it kind of was what I expected, which is kind of loud. I mean, you got the freeway running right next to the campers, so the hum of the road noise wasn't so bad, but every once in a while you get a loud truck or a car or somebody hits a rumble strips, wake you up. Obviously, through the night you got semi-trucks coming and going, that woke us up, but then again, I guess you get what you pay for, it's free. But I think I said this last night, what's so nice about staying in a travel trailer is you park and just jump in and go to bed. We did end up putting 2 of the jack stands down just to give it a little stability last night. And you are able to run off the battery, so lights work, bathroom fan works, but air conditioner, TV, that kind of stuff doesn't work. But all in all, not bad. Next stop, we're gonna 30 miles up the road is Minuteman Missile Museum. I guess during the Cold War, there used to be a lot of nuclear underground missile silos around, so they got a museum dedicated to that. And then we're gonna tour the Badlands National Park and then Wall Drug, checking into our campsite. Alright, the Minuteman Museum, definitely worth checking out if you're on your way out to the Black Hills. They have a neat little museum in there. They have a like a 20 to 30 minute movie that they do, and it's free. They do accept donations. They have a little gift store and whatnot, but yeah, thumbs up, definitely worth checking out. Alright, we need to get some coffee and then it's off to the Badlands National Park. This is right at the entrance to Badlands National Park. It's 25 bucks to get into the park, but well worth it. This is like a mini Grand Canyon. This is just gorgeous. Definitely worth the trip. This stop actually ended up being one of the highlights of our trip. This place really is amazing, and it's really unique too. The geology, the geography, even the colors are really unique to this part of the world. Pictures, video just don't do it justice. And there's just so much to see and do here. There's a lot of places you can pull off on the road and get out and explore on your own, or use one of their many different hiking trails. They have a really good nature center museum on site. There's even camping you can do. We spent a couple hours here and we felt shortchanged. We would really like to come back and base a trip just on this area alone. You can spend a couple days out here and still not see everything that the Badlands have to offer. If you're ever traveling in the Midwest, I highly recommend checking this spot out.
Matthew, do you want to do the corner jacks with the drill? Oh, that's like almost perfect. Alright, not bad, boys.
Alright, now I want to give you a tour of how we have our camper and our campsite set up. I'll walk you through the inside and then we'll do a tour of the outside here. Alright, so this is our little bunkhouse trailer. It sleeps 5 if you put the dinette down, because it has the queen size bed in front, it has a dinette that folds onto a bed, and then it has bunks in back. So we're a family of 4, and you know, it could be a little tight. You know, I think the big thing with a trailer this size is finding storage for your bags when you're not using them. One thing I added was these privacy curtains, blackout curtains, and this is really nice because it has this door here. It actually lets a lot of light in at night. You get when you got cars coming through or campground lights, kind of shines in through there. So it's really nice to have the privacy curtains or for changing or whatever. One thing I do with it's my big suitcase, especially on a long trip. We're doing over a week-long trip, so I'll actually put my suitcase down here underneath the bed, and I'll kind of grab what I need the night before. This shelf up here, I have some shirts and shorts set up, and my toiletry bag. This nice storage unit here, we'll do some of our hanging stuff. Got a big bag for dirty laundry. One of our plugins is down on this side. It's got a little shelf for miscellaneous stuff. The only one thing, I kind of wish there was a plug-in up on that side of the bed. That's obviously where we're using our phones and whatnot. Dinette, you know, it fits 4 just fine. Maybe a little tight, but it works. But had a lot of good little storage nooks for food and supplies. It's just really finding space for your bags is the only thing we really kind of have trouble with. One little addition I made, this little plate holder is kind of handy, frees up some space. Even though it takes up some counter space, this is one of the most important things on our camping trip is our coffee maker. I would love to get, they make coffee makers that you can mount overhead. Kind of on the wish list down the road. So I did put in a flat screen TV. I think this is a 24-inch TV, and yeah, maybe it's not real camping, but especially days like today where it's cold and rainy, we'll actually use this. We'll rent movies, and you can actually, this campground has Wi-Fi, so we can log into our Netflix and Amazon Video, and it's a smart TV, so it's pretty handy. And I put in a swivel mount here, so you can bring it out, you know, you can move it that way towards the bunks, bring it out if it's just me and the wife on the trip. You can slant it towards that bed, and then storage behind there. We throw our movies and owner's manuals and everything back there. Microwave we'll use quite a bit. Breakfast burritos are kind of one of my favorite things to have in the morning. It's nice and easy to just throw one in and have a hot breakfast. Stovetop, again, we use a lot. Our next camper we're going to get is going to have an outdoor kitchen. It'd be really nice sometimes to use a gas grill outside. Or dirty garbage, but you know, storage down there for all our stuff. That's where we keep our utensils and cereal. Even though this is a smaller camper, it does have a really nice fridge. You can put a lot of stuff in here. No problem having a week's supply of food and drink here. You can see we have 2 half-gallon things of milk, full-size creamer, plenty of room for pop, veggies and whatnot. Freezer too, lots of room. Here's how we have the bunk set up. Our 12-year-old is on top. Here's our 16-year-old chilling. Like I said, it's kind of a cold, rainy day, so kind of a good day to just chill in the camper. And bathroom. You know, this campsite here has really nice showers, so we're not really using the shower and bath, so it's kind of right now just a storage area to dry towels. We'll throw a couple of the suitcases in the bathtub, and toilet. Yeah, so maybe we will use the toilet for if we gotta go pee in the middle of the night or whatnot. Otherwise, the bathrooms here are nice. We're primarily using the on-site bathrooms, but you know, it does have a vanity to keep some of our necessities. Yeah, we did buy a little rack that hangs over the door. Another thing we want to get is, I kind of want to get a ladder for this top bunk. They make ladders that you can hang it on the door and then just put it on when you need it. But otherwise, yeah, that's how the inside of our camper is set up. You know, it gets the job done. We bought this. We really kind of wanted to get a larger one, but we had a Ford Flex at the time, and this is kind of the max of what we could tow with that. Now we have a Ford F-150, and we're probably going to get a bigger camper next spring. You know, we looked at a lot of different campers, and one of the reasons we picked this one, we were looking at some that we were looking at all bunkhouse trailers that were 4,000 pounds or less, and we even looked at some that had the slide outs, but this is an 8-foot trailer, so this is actually a foot wider than most, and you really feel it. Even though it doesn't have a slide out, it still felt more roomy than some of the other bunkhouses that we looked at. I mean, like this, that extra foot gives you this little storage area, like where we store all our shoes and whatnot, and it just gives you a little more room in between the kitchen and the dinette. So that's the inside. Yeah, I'll kind of go out now and show you what the outside is set up like. So here's our campsite from the outside. I don't know if there's a whole lot to show you. Like I said, it's kind of a on and off rainy days, so we don't really have our chairs or anything set up, but you know, we did get this really nice big weatherproof mat for the front, little rug. They make these collapsible garbage cans, which are pretty nice. Zero gravity chair. Well, like most RVs this size, has a really nice long canopy. We always bring bikes with. We got our new Black Hills, South Dakota sticker. I don't know, some people think throwing stickers in the back of your RV is tacky. I love it. I love looking at people's different stickers to see all the places they've been. Got a Moose Lake here. You know, on the back, this does have a full hookup here, which is nice. We got the sewer, electric, water hose. This does have the nice, you can access the, let our son know we're coming in. Nope, it's locked. There we go. So you can access this bunk from the outside. This folds up if you want to, like, you could actually haul bikes back here if you put that up. But, you know, just more storage. Oh, I think I found some of my son's candy. Did you know these are back here? Yeah, otherwise, we really haven't added a whole lot of modifications or done much with the outside. There's little things. I put a gauge on the propane tank so you can see how full they are. I replaced the basic cheap, that's for the brakes on the trailer. It's an emergency brake line. You hook that up, and if something happened, it would pull that cord, pull the pin out, where to go, pull this pin, and then the brakes will engage. They come with just a basic wire that you loop around your hitch. I put in this nice little coil with a clip. Otherwise, I put some little levels on the front and on the sides, but otherwise still pretty stock. It's filthy right now. You know, we got a couple days on the road, lots of bugs in the front, but yeah, that's our campsite from the outside.
Now, as far as Rushmore Shadows goes, this is one of the best resorts we've ever stayed at. Now, it is a members-only resort, but they do have a lot of discounted or free stays if you attend one of their timeshare presentations. In my opinion, well worth it. This place is really nice. Most of the sites are full hookups and decently sized. Not the most private sites, but more than adequate. Lots to do here. They have a really nice mini golf course. They have a clubhouse with games and a TV, a good size, well-stocked store. They have really good Wi-Fi throughout throughout the whole park. They have an outdoor pool. And all the facilities are very clean, well maintained, really nice restrooms, bar none the best showers you've ever seen at a campground. Definitely a 5-star resort. Now, as far as the rest of our trip goes, our only regret is only giving ourselves a week. There's just so much to do out here. And if I put everything we did in a video, it would be 3 hours long. Nobody wants to see that. So here's just a few clips of the highlights of the rest of our trip. Thanks for watching, and up next we have a new video where we're going to introduce you to our new camping companion, Audrey, our new puppy. She's a riot and we'd like to introduce you. So again, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.